There's a kind of woman who doesn't chase a man's approval. She's too busy living a life he can't stop chasing. Picture this. We're bombarded with dating tips, seduction hacks, and endless rules to win a guy's heart. Be kind, but not too soft. Confident, but not overwhelming. Flirty, but not too forward. It's a maze of mixed signals, all meant to mold you into what men supposedly want. But what if that whole approach is off? What if the behaviors that truly hook a man, that keep him awake thinking of you, are the ones that shatter those rules? This isn't about looks. Beauty grabs attention but fades fast. It's not about games either. Tricks might work briefly but leave a hollow feeling. We're diving deeper, into a vibe, a presence some men call magnetic. Why magnetic? Because it's wild, untamed, and impossible to pin down. What does this woman know that others miss? What does she do, or avoid doing, to spark this intense pull? Why can a man meet a dozen perfect women and forget them by morning, but obsess over the one who doesn't seem to need him? Most people think you keep a man by offering comfort and certainty. But what if the real spark comes from a specific kind of mystery? Not your doubt, but a subtle feeling that you're a rare gem, one he's lucky to find but could lose if he's not careful. That fear of losing you doesn't scare him. It fuels his desire. In the next few minutes, I won't feed you shallow magazine tips. We're going to unpack the psychology of male attraction and uncover a secret no one talks about, the quiet strength of a woman who is her own empire. Get ready. This will change not just how men see you, but how you see yourself. To tap into this power, we need to face a hard truth. Most relationships don't end in big fights or betrayals. They fade from monotony, predictability, and a slow loss of spark. They die when you become just another part of his routine, comfortable, familiar, but no longer thrilling. The shift happens when you go from being a privilege to an option. What does that look like? You're no longer the one whose texts make his heart skip. You're the one he answers later. You're not his Friday night plan anymore. You're the fallback if nothing else comes up. It's the difference between a man who fights to be in your world and one who expects you to blend into his. So, what makes that difference? What's that quality that makes a woman unforgettable? It's not her job, her wealth, or even her looks. It's a vibe she gives off, a wavelength men pick up on instinctively, finding it both captivating and a little intimidating. Captivating because she's real in a world of facades. She doesn't beg for approval because she's already found it within. Intimidating because her happiness doesn't hinge on him. For a guy used to being the center of someone's universe, that's a wake-up call. Her quiet confidence says, "My life is amazing with you, but it'll still shine without you." That's not a threat, it's a truth. And that truth pulls him in like nothing else. My promise today is this: we'll break down this vibe, understand it, and learn how to build it. This isn't about acting aloof. Faking it is weak. It's about loving your life so fiercely that your energy becomes magnetic. We'll explore why men, wired by centuries of pursuit, are drawn to this kind of woman. And you'll see why being magnetic is about you, not him. To get this, we need to dig into the tug-of-war inside every man's mind. It's an ancient conflict most guys don't even notice. On one side, he craves stability, a partner, a home, a routine that feels safe. It's the logical part of him that wants calm, whispering, "You're secure here." But on the other side, a primal urge pulls him toward adventure, challenge, the unattainable. It's not about peace, it's about feeling alive, chasing something that pushes him. It's the voice saying, "There's something out there that'll make you feel electric." Most women, without realizing it, appeal to just one side of this conflict. Think of the nice girl archetype. She's the safe haven, supportive, agreeable, always there. She smooths out his stress, fits into his schedule, and makes life easy. At first, that's magnetic. It's drama-free, comfortable. He feels like the king of a cozy kingdom. But then another energy shows up, not a competitor, but something different. She doesn't seem to care about winning him over. She barely seems to notice him. This is the woman with sovereign energy. She's not a safe haven, she's a wild ocean. She's not building him a castle, she's creating her own empire. She doesn't mold her life to fit his, she invites him in, but only if he proves he's worthy. Her love isn't a comfort blanket, It's a spark that challenges him to grow. She doesn't just nod along, she shares her truth, even if it clashes with his. This ignites a storm in his mind. His logical side wants the safe kingdom, it's sensible. But his primal side is hooked on the ocean, because a cozy castle, no matter how nice, can feel like a cage. Comfort turns to boredom, calm to staleness. Meanwhile, her sovereign energy lingers in his thoughts, not an obsession, but a spark. It's the memory of her sharp wit in a debate, the way her eyes lit up talking about her dreams, her life that thrives with or without him. Suddenly, the castle doesn't feel so great. The real adventure, the true spark, is out there with her. He's torn between safety and excitement, and that tension is where attraction lives. So, how does this sovereign energy show up in real life? What behaviors make it so magnetic? The answer is subtler and stronger than you might think. Here's where many women miss the mark, so listen closely. Sovereign energy isn't arrogance or coldness. It's not about acting superior or putting others down. Those are masks for insecurity, fake strength that screams bitterness. True sovereign energy comes from deep self-respect, a calm confidence that holds steady no matter what's happening around you. It's a quiet power that doesn't need to shout because it's unshakable. This woman doesn't chase attention, it follows her. She doesn't need validation. Her presence is enough. Her greatest strength? Boundaries. Clear, firm boundaries set with grace and warmth, disarming anyone who tests them. Let's look at a scenario. You've planned a date with him, excited all day. An hour before, he texts, "Hey, sorry, something came up with friends. Can't make it tonight, let's reschedule." The woman driven by need feels the sting and wants to keep the peace. She might reply, "No worries, I get it. Have fun, just let me know when you're free." It's polite, but it sends a message, "My time's not a big deal. I'm here when you want me." Without meaning to, she's lowered her value. Now, the woman with sovereign energy. She feels the disappointment too. She's human. But she responds from self-respect, not emotion. She takes a breath and writes, "I get that things come up, bummer though, I was really looking forward to tonight. Have a great time. I'm booked next week, but let's check in later to find a time." This response is gold. No drama, no anger, just honesty. "I was excited." But the kicker, "I'm booked next week," sends a powerful message, "My life is full. Your choice to cancel has consequences. You need to step up to get my time." It flips the dynamic. In his mind, this sparks a mix of frustration, "She's too busy for me." Curiosity, "What's she up to?" And respect, "She's not waiting around." Suddenly, the date he brushed off feels like a missed opportunity. His instinct to chase kicks in. This plays out in countless ways. When she doesn't jump to answer a late-night text, when she speaks her mind even if it differs from his, when she picks her plans, friends, a workout, over his last-minute ideas. These aren't selfish acts. They're self-respect in action. He realizes her time, her attention, her presence aren't guaranteed, they're earned. And in that moment of challenge, his mind shifts. This is where the game changes. His usual playbook, expecting easy access, stops working. The safe, predictable woman now feels flat, like someone who doesn't value herself. But the woman who sets boundaries with grace, who shows her world doesn't revolve around him, takes up space in his mind. She's not just likable, she's unforgettable. Here's the truth that hits him. There's a difference between liking a woman and respecting her. He might like the one who laughs at every joke, but he respects the one who challenges him with a grin. He might like the one who drops her plans for him, but he respects the one who makes him adjust his schedule to see her. He might like the one who always agrees, but he respects the one whose passion pushes him to grow. Liking sparks fleeting attraction, but respect fuels deep, lasting desire. Respect isn't just part of attraction, it's the core. Without it, passion fades. He sees that the woman who made everything easy offered a shallow kind of love, born from convenience. Deep down, he doesn't want easy. He wants something worth fighting for, something that proves his own worth. That's when it clicks. A man might enjoy the company of a princess, bask in her loyalty, feel powerful in her small world. But he's drawn to a queen. A princess waits to be saved, her life revolving around him. A queen builds her own empire, fights her own battles, chases her own dreams. She doesn't need a hero, she wants a partner, an equal. When a man gets this, his perspective shifts. He stops seeking someone who needs him and starts chasing the one who chooses him. So, how do you become that queen? How do you step away from the princess role? It's not a quick fix, it's a daily choice, rooted in building your own empire. This is about you, not him, and it rests on 4 pillars. First, find your purpose. A queen has a mission bigger than herself. Ask, if romance vanished, where would my energy go? Your career, a hobby, a dream project? It doesn't matter what, just why. Your purpose is your anchor. A man sees a woman with a mission and knows he'll never be her everything, and that inspires him. Second, build your independence. This is your emotional, social, and financial strength. Friends who stick by you, income you earn, problems you solve. Relying on a man hands him your power. Third, embrace joyful solitude. Being alone isn't the same as being lonely. A princess fears quiet moments. A queen cherishes them, finding herself in them. Go to dinner alone, travel solo, enjoy your own company. Show the world your happiness comes from within. Fourth, set unshakable boundaries. Write down 3 to 5 non-negotiable rules for your life. Like, I don't tolerate disrespect. My time for my passions is sacred. I expect clear communication. These are your laws, not suggestions. Don't announce them, live them. If someone crosses a line, don't argue. Just calmly pull back your time and attention. Fear might creep in. What if I set boundaries and he leaves? But the real question is, why would I want someone who doesn't respect my core values? Your boundaries aren't rejection, they're a filter. They push away those who want a caretaker or a doormat and draw in the man who's inspired by your strength, who wants to build with you. Here's the beauty of it all. We set out to unlock the male mind, but the real key was for your own heart. The goal isn't to be his obsession, it's to be the star of your own life. The behaviors men find magnetic aren't tricks. They're the natural result of a woman who loves her life, who finds peace in her solitude, who crafts her existence into a masterpiece. The most powerful woman isn't the prettiest or the most successful. She's the one who needs no one but chooses to share her vibrant world with someone worthy. Needing no one doesn't mean isolation. It means your joy, confidence, and peace don't depend on anyone else. You're your own hero. If you were alone forever, you'd still be whole, happy, alive. And when you reach that place, choosing someone becomes a gift, not a necessity. You're saying, my life is full, but you make it brighter. I don't need you to survive, but I choose you to thrive. That's the ultimate pull. Reflect for a moment. How often have you dimmed your light to fit someone's expectations? Muted your voice, your dreams, your fire, just to avoid being too much? The paradox of attraction is this. When you stop trying to be attractive and focus on being real, on building a life that excites you, you become magnetic. Energy doesn't lie. People aren't drawn to perfection. They're drawn to passion, truth, and vitality. No one's more alive than a woman who rules her own empire. This isn't the end. It's the start of your journey. Will you stay a supporting role in someone else's story, or step up as the writer, director, and star of your own? For too long, we've been sold a lie. That love means shrinking, sacrificing, being less. Less loud, less bold, less you. But shrinking only attracts those who live small. Muting your voice only makes room for those with nothing to say. The greatest act of love is for yourself, a promise to never betray who you are just to fit someone's mold. Build a life so full, so vibrant, that solitude feels like a gift and companionship a choice. The goal isn't to find the perfect man, it's to become a woman so whole, so free, that only someone extraordinary earns a place in your world. Don't shrink to fit his life. Build yours so bold, so radiant, that he dreams of being part of it every night. We're not here for quick fixes, we're building unstoppable spirits. If this resonates, if you feel the power of owning your life, you're in the right place. Join us, be part of a community of women who don't wait, they create.